Are you ready, Pinky?
Yeah.
Okay. So for the ads, or for the start, we have already here all the informations in the spreadsheet. What is different, like the Goliaths, damage, bleeding effects can't remove with immunities and stuff. So just keep it up and read this again. I will not read this now. For the skirmisher ad, which we have in P1 and P2, yeah, it means at 30% boss HP, we get this wind cast and it's stacking. So we want to have a little bit of, we don't want them to have the whole time at all three the same time. That's what three at the same time, under 30%, or we get load from the platform. The Goliath ad does a healing reduce debuff. That means also when it's under 20%, we want to focus the Goliath ad down as soon as possible. Okay. So this is just the ad. If you need some more knowledge, there is the link of the bleeding, of the winds, of the ad. You can read this in our ad. So no problem there. And for the positioning in P1, that's basically the important thing, what we have to learn first. Okay. So we have our stack. We have our blades here. One blade, two blade. That's why the boss at the start is Karl. Karl is out and Karl is doing the blades. Okay. So when Karl is doing the blades and the raid is standing, I just take for the raid now this here. When the raid would stand here on this position, the whole raid would get the blade, right? So we could use the blade here or here, but never between the boss and the raid. So we decided to have a raid stack here in P1 and the blades going here and here. This is why our first ad will come, skirmisher ad will come from this side here. So it will spawn here. So we have directly access to it. The second ad will spawn around here and come here to the get gripped by Salyen. And the fourth ad is coming here, will come late. We just wait until it's in. No worries there. No big. So what is for the tanks very important and also for our raid. So we will wipe on this phase basically just to two things. The first thing is when the blade is not going out. What's one thing? And the second thing is if we can't make the damage. And the damage is very, very hard to make if we're not stacking everything. So we will do some cooldowns later on, but what is very important is this one tank here is taking the boss and he's positioning the boss. The second, this will be Balenciaga. He will take the boss here first. And 14 in this case needs to get the Goliath and all the ads close to the boss that the melees can cleave everything down, but not so close that you get hit by the Wicked Blade later on. So this is basically the trick, what the second tank has to make sure that everything is basically very, very stacked up, and you are not, and the raid is not, and melees especially are not basically in the cleave, so that we can still cleave the boss. Okay, so this is first point. The raid will stay here, and then we get a crystallize later on. And for the crystallize, it's important that we put the crystallize a little bit above here. Yeah, so here will be our crystallize target. Our raid will stack here, and maybe we get a wind to the same time. That would mean that the crystallize is going here a little bit down. No worries. The rest of the raid who is not a bleeding debuff is just letting them down a little bit more. Don't stand for the first bump in the crystallize if you don't have a debuff. After that, we just stack inside, do our master spell SLT, because the SLT is still doing something when we have the Goliath under 20%. Okay, so this is our P1, what is very important. You see here an example how it stacks, and I will show here in a short form. No.
What the heck is this?
Okay, I will just show it here. So the phase is starting. We have Karl DPS, the Goliath is landing, and then we go on the Goliath, and directly behind us here on the right side here is the first ad spawning. So it's coming in. The second ad, as I said, we grip it in, not grip now, and the blue ad is coming a little bit later. So when the second ad is in, we use our AoE cooldowns and kill and start bombing inside. Okay, you see the wins here, and now there we have a crystallize. So this crystallize, we stack there, people with bleeding debuff go inside, the rest is we do a SLT here. Hard rending debuff will be master spelled from Reggie in this moment, and then we are good. So after that, we get the Wicked Blade as we have showed already and kill the Goliaths. We go all of the Goliaths and just cleave Karl. After we cleave Karl, the second round is spawning, and here you see the second round is spawning, and we do the same shit. Kill all the 3 ads, not to the same time, kill the Goliaths here, do the crystallize after, and the phase is basically over. Okay, so phase is over here. After it's over, we are positioning here on the balcony. So this is the new thing. Yeah, after we have this done, the ads are away. The raid will fully go here on the balcony area, and the tank, one of the tanks, will stand here with Karl, still doing the Wicked Blades, and we bring the Goliaths here, and the new ads are coming. And the new ads are now the commandos, okay? And these commandos here, we will wait until we have 3, 4, 5 commandos. It will depend from time to time. And if we have them together, we are bombing them. And now we have the shield, like on Keltas in Sun Salvation. When, as I showed here in the ads, commandos, yeah, it's a 200k damage absorb when we have 20%, and if we don't kill it in 4 seconds, this 200k, it will do 43k damage to the raid. That's basically a wipe. So what we do is we bomb here with our cooldowns down, and we have different people, like 3 to 4 people, which are single target damage. They will go on the actual target, and everyone is dealing stuff out for the point when it's on 20%. For example, if you are a warlock and play destruction, you make sure that you have a chaos bolt for this 20%. Yeah. If you are a rogue, you do 5 combo points for this moment. So this is very important that we get these shields down in the proper order. And the Wicked Blades in this moment will plate here, and here. So who has Wicked Blade, just go here. The tank is still standing here. The raid is here safe. And we will not play a Crystallize here inside. So if we have a Crystallize, the Crystallize is going here to the Wicked Blade location. And the priest, that will be Reggie or me in this case, we will see how it works out. I try to make it first. Will just grip him out. So I grip the person after the stun out, and so we don't have to play this crystallize. So I show it here in the video again. This is basically the point. You see, out of the red shit, go with the Wicked Blade under the balcony, play the Wicked Blade there, and they have the Goliath damage and do single target Goliath damage. Wait for the commandos. When the commandos are there, it's not yet, so they just wait a moment, do stuff damage on a single target, and then they start AoEing soon. Yeah, in some tries you get it faster, in some tries not. So now they start AoEing here. You see the Wild Spirits when they have a few together, and then they kill the shields. And now you see on the right side here, this is the Crystallize. And the Crystallize Meteor, you get gripped out before, so the Meteor is not hitting anyone. Okay, while we have this phase, you see here, this area, the weak aura, which shows who is actually bringing away the orbs. So the orbs are connected with a gateway here. We will put one gateway inside here, Renatal, and the second gateway we will put here to the raid. So, and when you kill one of the ads, it spawns an orb, and this orb here is at 15 seconds. It's now 20 seconds because of nerf. So 20 seconds time to bring it back to Renatal. After we brought it to Renatal, on this point here, you get directly bounced back to this area here around. So if, for example, Druid is taking it and take the portal, get here in the same second he gets ported back. That means also if the Druid is actually in the way, so in the portal and almost there, and the second person is already taking the portal, boom, get bounced back, and this is also bounced back, so you don't bring your orb away. So you have to wait until the orb is in and go back. And this is the weak aura here for. So if you see your name here in the first position, then it's your turn to go. Okay, so the first person in this weak aura is always the next person. If you are on number 2, like at this example, Kigmo and Long Warrior is here. Long Warrior is bringing it away. When the name of Long Warrior is not longer there, Kigmo is doing it. Okay?
Is this always melee? Do ranged have to have this?
No, everyone has to have it. It will be most likely the whole time melees, but everyone has to have it because it could be that you get an orb for accident and then you can't see it. So just get it and then bring the orb away when it's your turn. Everyone gets it. So they play this, and then you see here how many commandos killed. It's 4 of 7, 5 of 7, and every time they kill a commando, you need 7 commandos basically to make the phase with the orb from because every gives 10%, and the big orb gives 30%, so you have 100% after killing 1 Goliath and 7 commandos. So after we killed 6 commandos and have everything away, we have 1 more left. Okay, so 1 more left, and when we have 1 more left, we all walk to the entrance. Okay, so we will walk. They need to kill now more. So now, and they walk to the entrance. Everyone is going there. We play Crystallize here and clear all stacks together. After they play it, the last person here, 15 seconds, brings the orb away. Okay, so then you get bounced in the corner when he brings it in. Okay, and the phase is over. The phase is now over, and all the rest of the commandos just die. So don't bring a commando under 20% when you're standing there, otherwise you are wiping us. So you do basically a damage stop there, and yeah, we are in P2. So this is basically the second part. I think we should explain P2 when we have P1 and intermission P1 done. Okay, so we play it until this, and then we will see further. Any questions for P1 and IP1?
What's the weak aura of the orbs?
The weak aura is in the channel here. Is here in the presentation is orb list, seismic arrow, soak list, soak